Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Joel, and as you can see we're on the 10.0.5 version for Farming Simulator 25, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to show the tutorial I was talking about doing in the one where I put this animal dealer in. So if you have an error that pops up, and I'm going to recreate it for you. This is not my map that I worked on last. I had one before it that I backed up just for, you know, process of elimination sort of deal. So I'm going to go on in the game with this map to show you that the error is not there. Then I'm going to go back in the game, do something in the game, and come back and show you that the error is suddenly there. And then I'm going to show you how to fix the error so that you can understand. Because see, if you didn't know any better, you would be like, well, it didn't happen until I put this in. Well, that's true, but it's not true. So you'll understand in a minute. So it's not this that's the problem, but you would assume that if you didn't know what the problem was or when it actually happened if you weren't careful. So I'm going to go show you. We're going to go ahead and we can leave this going. It should be good enough to go on in the game and get it to create it. But let me go to the file for the, let me just open a new one. Documents, my games, Farm Sim 25, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut this log out of there so it'll generate a new one. I'll just stick it in this log thing here, paste, and then when we go in, it'll give us a new one so we can see that it's nothing, no error showing, and then we'll go back in the game and create it. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on the game. Appreciate everybody. Go ahead and smash that like button. Hope everybody's enjoying all the tutorials. I've got more coming out soon, so stay tuned. Different ones, so you'll be seeing us work on this Jules Peaceful Valley map as we go along and doing the different things that you can do. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to hopefully help somebody with this, because a lot of times there's errors and nobody really shows all the time what to do to the error. They just fix it, and then, or it's buried in a video and you can't find it, and I'm bad about that too. I'll fix it, and then if we don't title the video good enough, then they can't find it. So I'm going to go on number 8, go continue, no tour, go to my map, which is this one, continue and start. When it loads, all I got to do is get back out of there and go check the log, and we'll see there's no errors, at least not yet. And I've already added the dealer in, so that's not the error per se, because obviously it's not showing up yet until I do this next thing, and you'll see what happens. Now I want to explain some things, but I'm waiting to do a more in-depth video on some of this, but I am going to show this one part for the error's sake, but I want to get into the other parts later in a more detailed explanation, but you'll see when I get there. I hadn't opened it today, so it's going to take a second. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button. Share the video. Help others find the videos so they can get their map going as well. And hopefully you can get to work on your maps out there and make some good ones. A lot of people have a lot of good ideas, so get to it. There we go. Almost there. Alright, so now we're going to go on in, and we're on the main farm, and as you can see, we don't have anything yet. I'll run up here real fast. There's no building up here, and it takes a second to get up there. There we go. You can see that's our bridge, which really not what's going to be there. We'll see what it ends up being. And then there's our little dealer, and there's nothing here yet. Hit escape, and you see there's no animal thing on the map right now, just the other stuff that we had. So there's nothing like that. So we're just going to go ahead and exit and go see the log. And then we're going to come back in the game and do something and see what happens. And then we'll get an error all of a sudden. And then we'll fix the error. Okay, so let's go to Farming Simulator 1. Go to the log. See, it generated this log just now. Right click on it. Edit with Notepad++. And it's a specific error I'm talking about, so I'll show you if it pops up, which it shouldn't. Not yet anyway. Alright, all that's normal stuff to the normal errors everybody's gonna have when they first do it, so when they first get the map, so that's all normal. All that's normal. That was the one I explained about the collectibles thing, so that for me is normal. For you it wouldn't be unless you did your collectible thing without adding those things in. Okay, and then that one is normal too. The CPU thing, I do have some issues with my CPU, so that is normal for me. Alright, so you see there's no other error, and now we're going to go create this error that I'm talking about. So we're going to go back in the game, and this will regenerate. When we go in and come back, it'll be a new log, and it'll suddenly pop up the error. So we're going to hit play, go back in the game, go back to the map, and you shall see from there. And I'll title it as best I can in the title of the video, so hopefully if somebody's having this error they can find it. Because a lot of times people won't search a whole video, and that's their problem. They won't find their answer because they don't want to search. Alright, I'm going to go back to 8 again. Continue, no tour, go to the map, continue, start. You gotta dig that information out of them videos. You got to watch it. Even if you don't want to, even if somebody makes a mistake on the video, watch it. Go through it. Then you'll know. Did they finally get it right, or did they get most of it right and you only have one little error? You can learn so much. Alright, so now we're going to run. We ain't got to run over there. We'll just hit escape. Or we won't even hit escape. You can see there's no animal thing here. So we'll go ahead and hit P as in Peter on the keyboard. We'll go to this little thing down here on the left. Hit construction mode. We'll hit the cow. We'll click over one to the horses. We're going to put a horse thing in. And in this case, click on the 25,000 building. We'll try to move myself over here. Alright, we're going to put this here. And then we're going to say, no, we don't want a custom fence. And yes, we want meadow. And that's, hit escape. Escape. And in this case, I'm going to hit save. Now, you don't have to. Here's the horse thing. You can see it here. And I'm going to hit save. You don't have to probably for it to generate it. But I'm going to make sure it generates it by hitting save just in case. You probably don't have to hit save for it. It should generate it because Now we can quit. We can go look at the log as quickly as we can. Alright. And of course it would generate if I did it there, but I want to go back to this to open it to make sure. Click on the log, right click at it with Notepad++. It says yes, you want to reload it because it's been changed. Of course it has, because now we have an error. And now look at their area. Look at the error. Blocked area error. Blocked area map is wrong size for terrain. 2048 by 2048 versus 4096 by 4096. And they don't really tell you what they should tell you in this. So unless you know, you don't know. And unless you dig into it, you don't know. And there you go. So, and you know it has something to do with what we just did, because that's there. That's the assumption anyway. So that helped a little bit, because I knew I just did that, and then this come up. So I'm like, okay, that's the only thing that was different. And then you had these, so I'm like, okay. Then this, so it's like, what? Alright, so what I found, what I figured out, I read something. I didn't watch no video. Read something to figure it out and tried it, and it worked. So, what I did is I went in my map area, come on over here to the data folder. So if you're not there, just go to your map wherever it is. So here's Jules Peaceful Valley. Go into here to your Maps US or wherever your data folder is. Open it. Come down to info layer placement collision generated. Now, in my case, in this one, I'm going to open up another area, which would be my tool for getting into that data file. Go to D, in my case, utilities, and then tools, and then I can convert the data file into a PNG, the GRLE into a PNG. So click on the file you want to convert, drag it over into convert where it says convert, and let go. This one is 2048 by 2048. I'm going to hit G on the keyboard. You can hit whatever key it says, so I'm just going to always hit G. Then I'm going to erase, well, I'm not going to erase this, excuse me. I'm going to right click on that just turned into a PNG, and then I'm going to go to open with paint.net, come in here, I'm going to go to image, resize, and I'm going to turn it into a 4096, okay, 4096, and hit OK. Now I'm going to hit save, okay, alright, now I'm going to minimize, and now that's a PNG, but now this is a 2048, okay, so I'm going to cut this one, and I already did this on the other map, but I'll just back up one, just temporary, just in case you didn't want to throw that away. And I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to put data file, and I'm going to just put placement, just something to remember what it is, collision. I'm going to put, I ain't even going to write it all out, I'm going to put gen, and then 2048, so I'll know which one it was, 2048 GRLE. And that's just temporary, just to show it, just so I can have it and not lose that file. You could put it anywhere, really. I just stuck it there. Now, go back in, and if I copied it, I need to cut it. Okay, I didn't. I cut it. You need to cut it and pull it out of here, because once you change this PNG to this 4096, which we did, we got to put it in the i3D. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to where I had this open and close it. And I'm going to hit no on the save because I don't want it to save right now, because I hadn't done anything. I don't need to do any of that. Now I'm going to back up one from this, where this PNG is. We've already changed that. So now I'm back up one. I'm going to right click, left click, then right click on the map US i3D. Hit edit with Notepad++. Come to the placement collision generated, the one that we just changed to PNG. Backspace it, GRLE out of there, and put PNG. Then hit save. Now you're going to go back over here, wherever your map is. Make sure you're in the right place. And then you can open it. Double click Map US, open it up. It's going to open. Once it opens, you're going to hit save. Okay. Now, I could potentially still run into some issues in the future, because some of my numbers changed. When I was changing the DEM and different ones, some different things happened. So some of my numbers may have gotten changed. I'm going to have to go back through and look it over. But for now, I'm just showing you how to fix this error that you just saw. And I'm going to explain a little more about what the mindset was when I did that. Okay. And hopefully in the future I can show you better on some of my other numbers. But anyway, you come in here and hit save. Now we're going to go back. As soon as it saves, let it do its thing. It's not finished saving. Don't hit nothing. Be patient. Okay. Let it do its thing. It's going to create a new GRLE. When we go back, we're going to have a new GRLE, but then we got to change that PNG to a GRLE in the i3D of the map US. So we got to wait for this to save. It's still saving. So just give it a minute. It's making that GRLE. Hopefully it hurries. Should be about done. As soon as it's done, we'll go change that. Well, it's taking its sweet time, ain't it? I don't want to click anything and jam it up, so I'm trying to be patient. Well, usually don't take this long. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Hopefully it's going to be doing it soon. Because that's a little unusual for it to take quite this long. It's possible, but it's unusual. Come on. Well, there we go. Alright, now we can go back. Go back over here. Go back into the i3D. Oh, first let's go to data file and show you that it created one. That's what you need to check. Alright, you see this one's the one we've changed. This is the one that just now created when we hit saved. So now we have a new info layer placement collision generated. Now we got to delete this PNG. And now go back to map US area. Go back to map US, right click, edit with Notepad++. It said it been changed. That's fine. Alright, and backspace PNG. And then hit GRLE. Then hit save. And then you are good to go. So now we can go in the game, and the error that was there is going to go bye-bye. So now we're all set. You can see we already deleted the data thing. We don't have the extra PNG. We're ready to go. It's the right size. If you was to look at it again, go ahead and get your toolkit out again. Grab it again. Now we can delete the PNG when it creates it, but drag it over to convert again. Now it says 4096 by 4096. Now that's proof that when we went into paint.net it worked. Hit G or whatever key you want to click on this PNG again, and now we'll hit delete because we don't want that one. We're keeping the other one. And now we're going to go on in game. We should be all set. We shouldn't have to come back in here and hit save. I guess you could do it, but you shouldn't have to. You should be, since it's all changed, you shouldn't have to do this, but I'll just do it and give it a second, let it do its thing. Now it did it quickly. Now we're going to go back in the game and show you that once we place it again, we're not going in the save game, we're going to the new one. We're going to place that again, and this time it's not going to show the error because we changed that size. And then I'm going to come out and explain by looking at it what to change, because yours might say a different number. So I'm going to be a little more specific on why I changed that number to what I did, so that I hopefully can help you figure yours out. So I'm going to pick a whole new slide. All that's mostly going to be deleted anyway, but I'm being lazy and I don't want to delete it right now. Go to the map, get in the game, and we'll do the same thing we just did. Put a horse barn, and we'll be on our way. Now see, that shows you that sometimes your stuff don't show an error, and there's still an error there. You just don't see it yet until you do something else, and then you fix it, and then you see something else, and then you fix it. So there's potential that there's other things I gotta fix, like that comes down the pipe, which is good because, you know, you can show how to fix the errors. Because if you never have an error, then you ain't gonna be able to tell nobody how to fix the error. You know, you don't see them because you're doing it the right way all the time. Then you're not gonna be able to fix anything for nobody else. You're just gonna know the right way, and then they'll be getting errors, and you won't know exactly why they always get them if you never get an error. So it's good to get errors. Good to learn. There we go. So get on over here, get this horse barn, back up over here somewhere. Come on now. It don't have to go there, I just rather it be put right there. There we go, no and yes. Escape, and then we'll save it, just show you that that's there. We'll go over here. We'll save it. We don't have to, but we will. We'll be deleting all these anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Save that, and then go check it. in the log, and it should not have the error anymore. Alright, now we're going to run on over to the log area. Log here, and right click, edit with Notepad++. It says it's changed. Now watch this right here. This is it's fixing to reload this page because we got a new one generated. And all this is going to go away. And before it goes away, I'm going to go ahead and tell you something. See this last number? So it's saying, error. Blocked area map is wrong size for terrain. 2048 by 2048 versus 4096 by 4096. They're basically saying, and if you check your placement collision thing, whatever your last number is, put that, in my opinion, into the placement collision generated. So if this number in yours says something else, whatever this second number says, okay? This one says 4096. If yours says, I don't know, 2048, put that in your placement collision generated. If yours says some other number, put that in your placement collision generated. You get what I'm saying? So this last number, 4096, whatever yours is, put that as your number in your placement collision generated, and it should fix it. Okay, now I'm going to hit yes, and it should go away. Boom. It's gone. So now we have that in there. Game saved successfully. This MS stands for that it actually loaded it or whatever, and those errors disappeared. And there's still all the old errors that we already know about. All those things. It's nothing new. See, all the old stuff, or the normal stuff, or whatever you want to call it. All right, and that was the example that I just read somewhere. It was just something I read somewhere. It wasn't even a video I saw. I didn't even see a video. I just read something, was talking about something. I'm like, wonder what that's all about. And I read it, and I'm like, okay, well, that's what's wrong. So now that we got that done, later I'm gonna have to go through. Like I said, one of these other ones could be wrong. Because like I said, I had to change a bunch of things. I had to redo my DEM again, remember? And I went up to the higher number. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on. But you can see how nice the map stuff looks painted down, like with my grass, and then the sand that's in the water area, and then just all the different things. This is the rock parts that are painted, and this is pebbles, forest ground. I didn't put much of that yet, but you can see it starts filling in whatever it is. This is the asphalt stuff. So you can see how it's coming along. But some of these, like I say, may interact later and something else be wrong, and I'll have to deal with it. But in that case, I thought it was what it should be, because it was when I had it the other side's DEM. But when I changed the DEM, remember I told that in a previous video. Remember I had it at 2048? It's a whole ordeal. It changed from the last time for the 4X. So I'm going to have to verify these again, like I say. So something else could pop up that's incorrect, and I'll show a video if I have an error or anything pop up with that. But that was one of them that popped up after I had changed it originally and got it to work with the 2048, and it did work and fix my problem. Then I changed the DEM, so therefore I needed to change that again. So there you go. That's the explanation. I'm no expert on all of it, but I'm getting pretty good at figuring all the stuff out that I run into. So, but we can go back in here and you can see it wasn't this that was the problem. It was just the fact that we bought the little horse thing in game, and it did that. It wasn't this though. That wasn't the error. It was buying the in-game thing. And it was letting me know how that ground was situated. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call that here. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.